Cloud is overrated. We here at Pregame, you know, the official Pregame, and we got exclusive interview live with DJ Kutthroat.
For sure,
you know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? And I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about himself, where he from, and you know what he got going on.
So, you know, world famous DJ Kutthroat, aka your plug's plug, you know what I'm saying? The nigga you get it from, I supply him. CEO and co-founder for I Love My Plug, you know what I'm saying, the worldwide media brand that's shining a light on the urban culture coming from the hip-hop capital and Wakanda of the world, Atlanta. Co-founder, CEO of Plug DJs, you know what I'm saying, one of the biggest DJ crews worldwide that's based out of Atlanta and got a concentration in the Southeast. Also controlling, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop capital of the world. You know, if you're trying to do hip-hop, if you're trying to do anything urban, you got to come to Atlanta. And Atlanta is where I goddamn, you know, that's where I plug in.
That's the stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying? So, again, shout out Pregame, shout out Kutt for letting us even do this interview. But let's go a little back. Let's talk a little history. Were you originally part of a group, Legion of Doom?
LOD for life.
And a lot of people don't really, they don't even know what that is. So could you explain what that is for them?
So back when I started DJing, and I started DJing in high school, you know what I'm saying? I actually started DJing my junior year in high school, you know what I'm saying? I was like 16, 17. I was working at Peppermint Music, you know what I'm saying? One of the last mom and pop record store chains in Atlanta and in the nation, you know what I'm saying, period. But my manager was a DJ, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of introduced me to the DJ lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? I was putting up on him and, you know what I'm saying, seeing him spin or whatnot. But at the time, you know what I'm saying, it was only 2 DJ crews in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So you was either Super Friends, and it's funny because the 2 DJ crews were actually named after comic book characters, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was ever in comic books, it was Super Friends and it was the Legion of Doom. The Super Friends were the good guys. The Legion of Doom were the bad guys. So I was part of the bad guy crew. But, you know, Super Friends at the time was all the top tier DJs that DJ'd all the bougie shit, you know what I'm saying? So if you was DJing in Buckhead or, you know what I'm saying, you was DJing at Kaya or, you know what I'm saying, one of these bougie spots, or if you was like a radio DJ, you know what I'm saying, you was a part of Super Friends, you know what I'm saying? That was DJ Mars, I believe DJ Cowboy was a Super Friends. I even think Infamous was a Super Friends, you know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on it, but I think, you know. Yeah. So that whole lane was Super Friends. At the time, the whole independent scene really wasn't strong in Atlanta, so a lot of Super Friends DJs didn't really see the value in spending independent music. They didn't really see no end game. Like, why would I stop this rockin' party to play your music and these folks don't know your music? Like,
that's why the DJ very important, and y'all.
There wasn't no record breaker.
Y'all be underappreciating them DJs, so you know.
So you know what I'm saying. What ended up happening was the independent artists realized, hey, we don't got to go to these top tier clubs because these after hours and these strip clubs and these hood clubs are touching just as many folks, if not more, than those top tier clubs. So once they started coming to, you know what I'm saying, those DJs came together and formed Legion of Doom. And you know, at the time, I was the youngest member in Legion of Doom. I was still in high school. I can remember my mom calling Ray Hamilton, which was the CEO of Legion of Doom, and you know what I'm saying, like really.
Shout out Ray.
Yeah, cussing him out because I'm missing school, but Ray don't even know I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? Ray think I'm 20-something. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Shouts out to Legion of Doom, all my brothers for life. You know what I'm saying?
So you was. While everybody else was in school, you working on your craft, your dream, you know, and everything that you see coming to fruition. And they don't. And a lot of people, they don't even understand like your vision and that you already see what's about to happen.
Right. No, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like once I really got into the music industry, and you know what I'm saying, saw how things was moving. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had a vision for where I wanted to see myself in those next couple of years, and just put my feet down and went to work.
Yeah. Did you ever try to rap?
Nah, never. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people around me tried to get me to rap. You know what I'm saying? They said I had the look. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the swag and you know, at the time. You know, I knew everybody, but I don't know. It was just something I was never really interested in rap. You know, at the time when I was younger, before I started DJing, I did want to produce because I got a background in instruments. You know what I'm saying? I was a sax player from elementary school.
They didn't even know that. So you
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I was heavy in instruments. I used to write music and everything. So you know, so I played instruments all through school. Was in the jazz band. You know what I'm saying? All through school. Got scholarships to go play in marching bands and stuff like that. But you know, I was never really with the marching band. It was kind of corny to me to put on those uniforms. You know what I'm saying? No, not knocking nobody that did it. It just wasn't for me. You know, I didn't really want to put on the uniform.
Because everything's not for everybody.
Yeah, I was just, you know what I'm saying? I just had a love for music. You know what I'm
but
saying?
It was a good foundation for everything that was to come after that because you had your music, you're playing your instruments, you know, everything that you're doing. So, you know, that's like a real shit. Just to be able to compose and actually read and write music, a lot of people don't have that skill set. Even some great people that make beats, like, they can't read music.
Right, no, definitely.
So, but yeah, go ahead.
But what was the next question?
Well, no, see, when you was talking about going from, you know, doing the DJ thing, well, I got a good question for you. So what do you love about DJing? Like, I don't know if it's the same thing that you love now about DJing, but back then, you know, what was the thing that really was your spark? Like, damn, I got a DJ. I like this.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, when I first got in the game and first started DJing, it was really more of the controlling the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm born and raised from Atlanta, so I come up in the era where, you know what I'm saying, we used to go to teen clubs, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's crazy. I think that's what's really missing right now in the city, why these kids going so crazy, because they don't have nothing to do. Like, in my era, we could go to a skate town on a Saturday and party from 8 to 12, you know what I'm saying? We can go to Sparkles, we can go to this teen club, you know what I'm saying? And even when I started DJing, I started throwing teen parties myself, you know what I'm saying? So I became one of the teen promoters. I became one of the teen club, you know what I'm saying, party throwers and all that shit, teen concerts.
That would be dope to have a team, somebody in the city to, you know, just have a little place for the youth to go to just kick it, throw a couple video games up in there or something. Of course, have some security and all of that, but at the same time, just show that there's a place for them to go to that they ain't gotta feel alone, shit, you know, or feel like an outcast, you know, shit.
Just have some structured recreation, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if we don't provide that, then, you know, you got what we got now, just kids in the streets just doing whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But back to what you were saying, I initially loved just to control the party, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I fell in love with when I went to Skate Town. And you know what I'm saying, you had the DJ, forgive me if I say his name wrong, I think it was DJ Trey at the time, and he actually went to my high school, but he was the DJ at Skate Town back then, and I just remember, like, if he wanted niggas to fight, then he gonna play fight music and they gonna fight. If you want niggas to goddamn get on the bitches and, you know what I'm saying, goddamn be on some ass shaking shit, then he gonna make that happen. Like, and I saw that, like, how just controlling the music controlled the whole vibe of the party. And, you know, there was some shit I was interested in.
That's crazy, you know, that's crazy. I just remember some throwback basement parties, you know, teen experiences, dollar days, you know, that's what we call them, a dollar night, dollar holler. I'm from Philly, so, you know, but I traveled a lot, but, you know, just getting y'all some Philly lingo, dollar holler, dollar party, rent parties, you know, but that's something that we just did in the hood everywhere, you know. So on your playlist, like, what would you say your musical influences? You know, they don't have to be hip hop. You know, just be all just like a couple of different people that you say from back then. You know, not current, but back then.
Well, like I said, I got a background in music, so you know what I'm saying. Like, I was playing all type of music, from jazz to funk to, you know what I'm saying, any and everything. And then, you know what I'm saying, I had the privilege to grow up in Atlanta, which, you know what I'm saying, has a heavy influence from HBCUs, you know what I'm saying, like my band teacher, guitarist and soul, Rod Smith in Westlake, he was the old Morris Brown, you know what I'm saying, Mighty 100, legendary band director, you know what I'm saying? So he brought a lot of the music that they was playing, you know what I'm saying, to Westlake. You know what I'm saying? I had the privilege to play that, you know, so that had me heavily influenced with, you know, just a lot of the classic music. And even before that, you know what I'm saying, like my parents growing up always played classic music in the house, you know what I'm saying? Of course, your Motown hits and your R&B, so, you know, like my musical palette is just super diverse.
Shout out to that was on cue, because like, you know, that music in the background, like
Right.
that. Yeah, so the HBCUs, the different music that you know, jazz and those things, like, you know, a lot of people don't expect that from, you know, a lot of hip hop artists and people. They think, you know, a lot of people only listen to one type of music. It's like, no, we listen to a lot of different types of music. We're very diverse. So at the end of the day, you know, you can't just put yourself or put anybody in a box. Y'all gotta just, you know, music is music, it's universal. You know, so again, we at Pregame now,
Right.
so we fast forward. So how did, you know, Pregame come about?
I mean, Pregame, you know what I'm saying, God bless me with Pregame out of nowhere, you know. Of course, being in clubs and DJing in clubs and promoting clubs for, you know what I'm saying, such a long time, you know, eventually I always had the goal of owning the club, but you know what I'm saying, it kind of really, the opportunity fell on my lap, you know what I'm saying, I jumped on it during the pandemic, kind of around that time. And yeah, it'll be 4 years, 4th of July. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's trial and error for me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, this is my first time owning and running a club, you know, and it's kind of like working at the show, but, you know, instead of being in front of the curtain where all the people see, you behind the curtain, you know what I'm saying? Because the things you do behind the curtain is what really determines if, you know what I'm saying, your restaurant, your club, or your bar and grill is gonna be successful, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm learning, you know, from human resources to inventory to bookkeeping to marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, all those are key aspects in, you know, running a successful club or bar and grill. That's what I'm learning. Every day is a learning process. It's something new every day.
Especially this time period we in. It's not like it used to be where everything was smooth, clean cut. You got things rolling. It's like we're in a totally different type of entertainment era. After, I guess I call it the after COVID era or whatever you want to call it. But you know, so everybody, it's not just you. As everybody's adapting right now, and I think that's playing in a lot of people's favor, and we'll see who will be able to adapt 2023 for real, and you know, we'll see who is just doing this entertainment and thing just for a fad or just for a couple quick bucks, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between doing it because you love it, and we all want to make money, you know, doing something that we love doing, you know, but don't put the money aspect in front of the culture and the business, because there's people that's coming behind us that gotta watch and see how, okay, they did it like this, you know. So, and I feel like that's a lost art. That's why we doing interviews like this, so y'all can see the history of not only Atlanta, but the history and the culture of the music business and our culture as a people, because all this is our culture. You know what I'm saying? Chi-Town, St. Louis, Philly, Atlanta is our culture. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to just see, what are you listening to right now, though? Like what they need to check out, you know?
Man, that's a good question. I ain't gonna lie, I keep my playlist pretty classic. But as far as new and emerging artists, you know, I would definitely keep my eye out on.
See, there's so many artists right now.
Man. I don't think people realize like how easy it is to make music now, and how that opened the door for anybody to give it a try. Like it's literally, I was reading an article, there's 100,000 songs that get uploaded to digital streaming platforms every day. You know what I'm saying? So you take 100,000 and you multiply that by 365. You know what I'm saying? That's like 36 million songs a year.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
like, how does an artist stand out in that pool? You know what I'm saying? So for me,
you get with Benny and I make you stand out. You
right,
get with Kutt and it make you stand out. That's how you
that's
do
the
it.
answer. You got to get with somebody that that has done it before and know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like Anti the Menace. He's one of the new artists that's actually from this side of town. You know what I'm saying? Got to shout him out. Anybody that's trying and making some headway from, what I'm saying, the side of town where I own the business, what I'm definitely gonna shout him out. So Anti the Menace, the whole 952 label, Lil Quinn. I like Lil Quinn. He got a nice record. Matter of fact, him and Anti got a record together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a chance to see them perform. Well, not Lil Quinn, but I got to see Anti perform, and there was a lot of energy.
Yeah,
a lot of energy.
The new younger generation coming out now. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rollo will be home soon. You know what I'm saying? So
you already
be on
know.
the lookout for that. Can't wait for that resurgence.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of music and just I feel like this is gonna be a big year for first Atlanta. Me being here, shout out the city for embracing me and showing me love. And then it's gonna be a big year for the culture in general. You got a lot of people coming home from various areas in the business, in the hip hop industry that have a lot of insight and game that they're gonna be able to. There's gonna be a lot of interviews coming. Let's just say that there's gonna be a lot of music. I wouldn't say it's gonna be a dramatic shift in music, but I definitely could see a change by the end of 2023 in the direction in which music is going. Well, again, we at Clout is Overrated, and if we could, maybe you could tell them why Clout is overrated,
Well, clout is really what you make it. At the end of the day, the only people that can give clout is us. Like, we have to determine what we feel is important, or what we feel is hot, or what we feel is, for the lack of terms, happening. Like your parents might say. You know what I'm saying? So really, whatever we choose to give our energy and our attention to creates the clout. You know what I'm saying? So clout is overrated, but at the end of the day, clout can take you to the top. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have sauce, but you can't get lost in the sauce. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Hopes to Gucci. Gucci said that was the best. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, that's what the world's built on. It's like the U.S. dollar. You know what I'm saying? It's not backed by gold. It's backed by the value that we put in the dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
However valuable we think it is, that's what's going to determine its value at the end of the day. And we all start fucking with it, it's going to be valued at nothing.
Exactly. So make sure if you're using this cloud thing, do it for yourself. Do everything for yourself. Don't be putting on, and then once you get on, try to put somebody else on. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget, all the people that came before you and that helped you get there. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Kutthroat, we at Pregame. This Cloud is Overrated. I'm your boy Benny Fane. Holla.
Good.